Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a kind of get ready with me but also catch up postpartum because I am doing my makeup right now. I've just washed my hair so it's a bit frizzy, so just ignore that. But I was 6 weeks on Thursday and today is Saturday, so 6 weeks, technically close to 7, but I thought I'd do a little, whilst I'm doing my makeup, do a little catch up just on Aprillia, which is my baby, and myself and everything postpartum and baby. So yeah, I'm just gonna get straight on with it. So I'm also going to be showing you what I'm doing with my makeup because I literally do the same thing every time, so I thought some of you guys had asked my Instagram as well for me to do a makeup routine or to do like a get ready with me, so that's what I'm doing now. So I have all my makeup in this. I always change what I put my makeup in. If I'm looking this way at the mirror, literally I've had to move the whole room around. As you can see, the bed is a mess. I've got 2 different pregnancy pillows there, which obviously I don't need right now because I'm not pregnant anymore. I've got this bag which has a whole load of Patrick's glasses in, Patrick's my boyfriend, and then like breast pads over there, just stuff everywhere, cat stuff down there. I'm literally balancing this mirror on a cat scratching post. But anyways, yes, so this is the bag that I'm using at the moment. I always change between different ones, but this one I think it's from Primark, but it would have been ages ago, so they probably don't do it anymore. But yeah, and inside it just has a little zip pocket, and then let me show you. Yeah, it's Primark. It has a little zip pocket here which I keep some of my like hair clips in, and then just everything's in there. It's literally all just thrown in there, and every time I'll do my makeup, throw it all back in there. So yes, before we get started, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video, subscribe down below if you haven't already, click the bell to get notified, scratch myself, to get notified whenever I upload, and other than that, let's just get straight on with the get ready with me. So I'm going to start off by using, I have asked for so many more products for my birthday and Christmas. My birthday is November the 9th, and then obviously Christmas, it's December 25th. Because all of them are basically running out, so I've asked for some more of this, but this one is just the hydrochloric acid. This one's from Primark, but I've also used, first of all I used the one from the Ordinary, I don't know if it's the Ordinary or not, and then I've been using this one for literally like for ages. I've got like the tiniest bit left, but I've asked for more. It really hurts your hand to open though because it's got like ridges, I can't speak. It's got like ridges on it, if you can see. So when it gets like dried up on the inside of the lid, when you have to like pull it open, it leaves like the marks on your hand. But anyway, yeah, it's literally running out so much I have to like squeeze this and like properly do it. But yeah, I just use this underneath my makeup because it just keeps my face really nice and just feels a bit more refreshing. I'm literally not going anywhere today, but I just wanted to put on some makeup to make myself feel a bit better, and I feel like I end up being more productive when I put on makeup anyways, and it's interesting to be able to show you guys, so I just put that on my face, put that up there. But anyways, yeah, so let's start from where we left it off. So the last video that I filmed was a vlog, so I'm not sure if I filmed a vlog a couple of days ago. I'm not sure if I would have uploaded it or not, but let's just say that I didn't. So she is in size 2 nappies now, and she's also in 0 to 3 size clothes. She's been in them since around 5 weeks, I think. Could have even been 4 weeks, I'm not sure, but she has been in size 2 nappies for a while. We was just doing like a size 2 nappy for bed, so that we don't have to change her as much because it's like bigger. It was in it, and it, I can't say that word, it absorbs. That's the word, right? It absorbs more. But yeah, now she's in size 2. We also got her weighed on Thursday, so when I was 6 weeks, and she is now £9.8? £9 something, I'll put it on the screen, but she is a chunker. She is cluster feeding all the time, especially before bed. She drinks a lot before bed, and then she does sleep really well. So she sleeps, we'll go to, so we've started to try and go to bed a bit earlier, but we were going to bed around 10:30, and then she would wake up around 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. and then go to sleep again after 6 a.m. and then wake up at like 7:45 and would be up for the day, or like 8. But then a couple weeks ago she woke, I think it was like when she was like 5 weeks, she went to sleep, we went to sleep at like 8:30 and she woke up at 7:45, literally slept the whole night. But the only thing that was annoying about that is I didn't hear my alarm, so I pump every 3 hours, and if I don't pump, my boobs obviously get really hard and full of milk, and I didn't wake up the whole night either, so I didn't have any milk pumped then, but I already have some in the fridge. There is some fly thing that's just come into the window, and it better fly back out because I don't like bugs. So yeah, so lately she's been going to bed, we've been trying to go to bed around 9:30, so I do my 9 p.m. pump because I'm pumping 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, and then I skip the midnight one and go to the 6 in the morning. So yeah, I pump at 9, and then so that's 9 till 9:30 because I pump for half an hour. Patrick will go up with Aprillia at 9 and get her into pyjamas, change her nappy, feed her a bottle and put her to bed, but she normally doesn't really sleep until I come up anyways. I don't know, it's just like I think she like knows that I'm not here. So yeah, then I'll come up at around 9:30. Well, I finish pumping and then I have to wash it up and put it in the sterilizer, so I'm done by about 10, and I come up at 10 with any more bottles that I've sterilized, and then if a pump's ready, if not sometimes I just leave it in there, and come back upstairs, and then we all go to bed around 10, half 10. But we start the routine a bit earlier, and then some nights we'll give her a bath. We haven't done that in ages, so I do need to remember to give her a bath today. But yeah, then we put her into bed. So she's in the next to me crib, which is over there. We've got the Snooze Pod 4 and it is really good. She loves it. She's just in there. She has like so she wears a baby grower vest and a sleep thingy, and everywhere that I've like looked, they all say like to put on a vest and then the sleep sack thingy and then put it up in like in tog, but she just has like a 1 tog one, but then she has a vest and a sleep suit. But we do have a room temperature thing and it is the right temperature, and she is all good. And we also have an owlet, so if you don't want an owlet, is like a little sock thing that you put on them, and it keeps track of their heart, like their oxygen, and it tells you if they're awake or not, so you can see like their sleep pattern without having to like track it. It tells you when they're awake, when they're in deep sleep, and when they're in light sleep, so you can check it on the app after. It is quite expensive, but it's totally worth it. All of the reviews, all the people that I've seen that have it, there's been people who have had it, and basically if the oxygen level goes too low, or the blood pressure goes too low, then it will make a really beepy sound and it will go red, and then you'll know that something's wrong, and it will wake you up and you can check and make sure she's breathing. So it's a very good thing, because they could stop breathing in the middle of the night and you would have no idea until the morning. So it's just kind of a peace of mind sort of thing. But yeah, it is totally worth it. But anyway, as I was saying, going to sleep at 8ish and then waking up, not 8ish, going to sleep at like 10:30, and then she'll wake up at 6 in the morning. She was doing that for a bit, and then she started getting her 3 a.m. one back. But I mean, I'm more up at 3 a.m. anyways, so I'll get up at 3 a.m. and then I'll like whack Patrick to go get some milk from downstairs, because I'm not breastfeeding, but I'm pumping and giving her the milk, as you could probably tell by what I was saying. So I've got distracted and carry on doing my makeup at the same time. So next I'm going to move on to foundation. This is the one that I've literally always used. It's just the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25 hour, which makes no sense, 25 hour hydration boost, SPF 20 in it, full coverage lightweight foundation. I'm literally reading the whole bottle, but I got it in shade 103 True Ivy. But this is the one that I've literally always used. I think once I tried the Revolution one. I can't remember what one it was. It has like a pink lid, and I also used the concealer, and I loved the concealer, but the foundation I just really didn't like. You can see how much I've used it. It's literally like all over the edge of the bottle. But these last me forever, and they've always worked for me, so that's what I use. And at the moment my brushes need a really good wash, but I've just got this Real Technique beauty blender, which I would normally use, but because I haven't washed it in a while, it's gone kind of crispy around the edges and stuff. So I've just been using this brush, which is a Real Techniques brush as well. Everything's like rubbed off of it because it's really I've been using it for ages, but it's just kind of this fluffy brush. I know it's the kind of a weird one to use, but it's just what I've been using until I get them all washed, and once they're all washed I can assign them all different things. I might get some new labels to stick on the brushes, but yeah, so that's what I'm using as foundation. So what should we talk about next? I think maybe we talk about myself. So I don't really know where to start, so maybe we'll start with like after labour. So I just had a vaginal birth. If you want to see my birth story, I will link it down below for you, or I've completely forgot about this, but you can actually link videos coming up on the side, so if you look in a second it will come up in the side anytime now. But yeah, that's my birth story, so you can go watch that after this video, or even before if you are trying to get some more context in what we're talking about. But yeah, I had a vaginal birth. I didn't tear or anything, I just had one tiny graze, and yeah, I wouldn't have known that I'd even grazed or anything unless they told me, so that clearly means that it obviously was all good. At the beginning of postpartum, I was literally like, what is everyone talking about? Like, this isn't even that bad, it's literally fine. I mean, like, no pain, anything like that. And then I guess it was after like a week that I started to be like, okay, this is pretty like annoying. I never was really in loads of pain until my first period, but I'll get onto that in a minute. So I bled, so you're supposed to bleed for around 6 to 8 weeks, or some people like 12 weeks, especially when you're breastfeeding. You're supposed to not get your period for a while. This pumping counts as breastfeeding, like it's the same thing, 'cause you're still, it's doing the same thing to your nipples, you know, when you're pumping, the same as if it's a baby doing it, but it's just a machine. So yeah, I use Flow to track my period and stuff, but I didn't really know how to track it because I didn't know when it would be a period and when it wouldn't, because I didn't have a break between bleeding postpartum and bleeding as a period. So I'm not bleeding now. I haven't bled for like, I think a week, maybe less even. So it's only like a week ago, so like at 5 weeks that I had the period, and then so from 1 to 4 weeks I was bleeding, and it started to go down, so it starts red and it goes brown. It didn't really get to the yellowy stage, it kind of just went, because it got to 4 weeks and then it started as a period, so it got really, really heavy. So my first period postpartum was really heavy. So I was going through like a pad every 2.5 to 3 hours, and so before that it was literally like when you do change it a couple of times a day, but you don't really need to, but it's just to keep it sanitary. And then eventually, so my period lasted, I think it was 8 days, but the 8 and 9 days I had, I've just stuck my finger into this, which is great. Day 8 and 9 was kind of like just spotting, and now it's completely stopped, but I literally was like, I'm not sure if there's something wrong, because I'm bleeding so much. And there was a time where I was going to go to the doctors, because also with that period I was getting cramps and headaches, and it was just like a really bad period. I don't know if they're all going to be like that, and I really hope not, because obviously everything kind of resets after you have a baby. But yeah, I was having cramps, and after I'd peed it would really hurt, but it wouldn't hurt like where I was peeing, it would hurt like up above, just below my belly and just like above down there. So I'm like, I don't really know what that was or why that happened, but I do get pain down there when I'm on my period anyway, so I feel like it might just been that, but more intense. And I'm hoping just because it was my first period, that's why it hurt, and that it's not gonna be like that every single time. And I'll keep you guys updated if you want me to on whether it's gonna be regular or irregular, because people do say that it gets irregular for a couple months, but some people have said it's literally regular straight away. But yeah, when you're breastfeeding it's not supposed to come back for a couple months, and mine came back in 5 weeks, so thank you universe. But I'm also kind of glad that I've stopped bleeding now, because that's quite good. So yeah, the next thing that I'm using is this contour stick from Primark. It's a concealer stick, but it's in the shade Cinnamon 13, so it looks like this. It is really good because obviously it's a concealer. I might even get one of these as an in an actual concealer, but I'm running out of concealer, so I've asked for some more for Christmas. But I literally just put this here, like I literally need that much and it'll blend out perfectly. Here, and I do that first and then I do it up here if I need it afterwards, but I kind of do it up here with the powder instead afterwards. And then I just use the same brush. This kind of just the brush I use for all of the wet stuff, and then I use different brushes for other stuff. Okay, so that's period and pains and stuff. Let's talk baby blues maybe. And I feel like I might need more. I kind of forget that when I have the foundation on, this kind of blends out a lot quicker. Yeah, definitely gonna need more. But yeah, baby blues. So I didn't really have any. So baby blues is kind of the thing that I think where did I put it? I've lost it. Found it. Baby blues I feel like kind of everybody gets. It might not be everybody, but quite a few people. And then I think postnatal depression is kind of the thing that's a little bit more like, not as many people get that compared to baby blues. So I did have the baby blues, but I didn't have postnatal depression, which I'm happy about. And also with bonding with the baby, I feel like I've bonded really well with her straight away, and she's bonded with me straight away. And I feel like that's because as well we were trying to breastfeed at the beginning, and I feel like that kind of helped us bond a little bit. She was obviously getting frustrated because she couldn't latch and stuff. But I feel like we still kind of bonded and stuff during then, and obviously with feeding her and stuff, we've bonded really well, which I really like. And she's also really bonded well with Patrick, her dad, which I'm really happy about, because you know it's never going to be nice for a parent not be able to bond with their child. It's always just a nice thing, you know, to know that fly, oh my god, like get away from me. Nice to bond with your child, you know. Okay, so next I'm going to be using this. Now I don't really recommend this because I'm not the biggest fan of it, but this is also from Primark. I did the same way, I just went to Primark and I bought like a whole load of products just to try out, and then some of them I've liked, some of them I haven't. But she's this cream blush called Weightless Cream Blush in the shade, I don't know what shade it is, but it's this colour, and it just looks like this from Primark. And then it's just, God, I can't get the lid off, just like this. And but this is going to literally last me years because it's got that much in it, yeah. But I literally only do, like, I feel like what I don't like about this is it just blends out into nothing really easily. Like I do this, and then after I blend it out, it's literally like gone. Let me show you. You see what I mean? Like you can hardly see it. Look, what blush? We didn't put blush on, did we? And then next, which is basically run out, but if you have this concealer from Primark, it's just a liquid concealer, medium coverage, my perfect colour. It's just the lightest shade. It doesn't say the colour on it. I feel like the colour's only on the packets. But if you're ever running out, is take that little bit out the top, and then you can get way more product out of this, which is what I do when I'm running out. But I've asked for some more for my birthday and Christmas, so hopefully I won't have to suffer with this little bit of concealer for too long. What's next? So with baby, at the moment she has some brush. Oh, my hair is going into my concealer. Do I have any spots to cover up? I don't think I do at the moment. Maybe like that tiny little bit there and a little bit there. I feel like, yeah, she had brush. She had it a bit at the beginning. What am I going to use to blend this? I am just going to use the beauty blender even though it needs washing. Yeah, so basically what she had some white on her tongue, and then Patrick's mum, so right now we're living with Patrick's mum and dad, but we are planning on moving. I'm not really sure, I'll talk about that later on in the video, but yeah, she had a white tongue. Yeah, Patrick's mum is a doula, so she could help us with that thing, because if she didn't tell me that, I wouldn't have even known. I mean, obviously, because the health visitors come around and the midwives, so we had the midwives first, and then they discharge us, and now we have the health visitor. But now we have to go in ourselves to go see the health visitor instead of them coming to us, but it's down the road. Anyways, getting distracted from my point, she had a white tongue, and so we figured out that she had thrush. So we booked her in with a doctor, and they didn't even need to come and see her, because they were like, if that's her symptoms, then we're sure that she has it. But they said if it gets any worse, to go in, because she's had it twice. So she had it started to clear up, and then we run out of the medicine, so we've got some more of it prescribed to us, and it started to come up on her bum as well, not just her tongue. So she's been taking it, basically it's like a little, kind of like this, it looks like this, with the little Doppler thing, and then she just has one of those into her mouth, and then she doesn't even really care that much. She doesn't like it, but she doesn't not like it. So sometimes she'll pour a funny face, she'll be like, ugh. But she doesn't seem to care that much. I forgot about these spots, I'm just gonna use my finger. Where else did I put it? I feel like it was over here somewhere. I feel like my makeup looks really pale, but I promise it's just the light, because the window's right there. Like in this mirror, it doesn't look that bad. But I do also feel like you can't see the contour or the blush at all. So that's really strange. But yeah, so that's what's happening with the thrush, and then we've got more of it, and she's on it now, and I think it's starting to clear up again, which is good, and hopefully we don't run out of it, because they said if it gets worse to come back in, so hopefully she's all good. We do have her 8 week jabs soon, so she's 8 weeks on my birthday, so 9th of November, but we are not going to book it on my birthday. It's my birthday and also Patrick's mum's birthday. We have the same birthday, and we don't want to do it the day after, because if she gets ill or anything from it, then I have a birthday meal on Saturday, and I don't want her to be ill during that, so we're going to book it for the Monday or the Tuesday, kind of afterwards. But yeah, if you want me to vlog that, I will. Obviously not her getting the injection or the jab, but just like the day in general. I've been watching like loads of other people's vlogs with their babies and stuff, and it's really inspired me to vlog more. I've been watching this specific one, I think her name was Becky, I can't remember, I think it was Becky Louise. She's not a very popular YouTuber, but she's like she's more popular than me, so she has 4k subscribers, but I'm literally watching back. So she had a baby at 17, and obviously I had a baby at 18, but her baby was born in September, so kind of like I was watching her old videos of when her baby was born, because the months add up, because I was trying to figure out Christmas. So I'm going to talk about Christmas in a minute. Let me just show you the next step of my makeup. So I'm just using this, which is just Collection. I think I got it from Superdrug or Boots or one of those. I think it was Superdrug. But it's Lasting Perfection Sheer Loose Powder Matte, and it's just number 1. I'm guessing there's like 1, 2 and 3. But yeah, so I've just used that, and then I got these. I think I literally got them off Temu, but they came with a giant pack of loads of them. But it's just these little powder puffs. Everyone was using them at some point, and like I know people hate on Temu and say like getting scammed and stuff, and like the credit cards, but just use PayPal. And you can get loads of little bits from there anyways. But yeah, I got these in a giant packet, and I've been using them, and they're literally brilliant. So I'm not gonna go buy the ones from TikTok shop or whatever, although there is loads of stuff on TikTok shop which I do love. But all I do is I keep it shut, tip it upside down, tip it that way, and like, oh, it didn't really work, and kind of give it a shake. There we go. And then this just goes. So I actually do have quite dry skin, so I don't really have to do this, but I put it on there, tap it on the lid, and then I just put it here, and I try not to get it on my nose, because that's where I get dry, but under my eyes I can feel how sticky all the makeup is, so I need to put it under there. So yeah, Christmas. So I was like, I don't really know what to do for Christmas, like how much to buy her, because she's not gonna understand it, but I'm gonna understand it, and I want her to have the memories, and I want to start all the traditions, so like stockings and Christmas Eve boxes and stuff. So I do want to get her a little Christmas Eve box this year. And then my mum, I will link her Instagram business down below, but she has a Cricut machine, and she does like personalized stuff, and she's doing Christmas stuff at the moment, so go over and have a look. She's doing these little sacks, and she's making one for Aprilia. Oh, I just got this everywhere, I forgot I'm not even done. So yeah, after I do under my eyes, I just grab this, not that one, there's a gun. I just grab this brush, which is a duo fibre face brush, which is also a Real Techniques one. It's from the collection, which is Wild at Heart, so they're like a different colour. But anyways, I just grabbed what's ever left on here, give it a tap, and then kind of just go over the rest of my face. But yeah, I want to start the traditions. So my mum's making her a little, it's like a little sack. I'll put a picture of them on the screen, and then it has her name on it. So yeah, I'm going to be using that as her little stocking, and then me and Patrick have stockings, and we're going to do like little ones for each other, which I think is going to be really cute, because this is going to be the first Christmas that I'm not at home, because normally I was still here, but I went back home to stay overnight for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day, because on Boxing Day we go to my nan's house. But this year we're actually going to stay at home for Christmas, and it's going to be our first night waking up not at home, like first Christmas ever, waking up without my mum and my sisters, which is going to be really strange because I'm used to seeing them, being with them all the time. But yeah, next product is just this one. I need some more of it because, as you can see, I'm hitting the pan. But this is also from collection. Literally, I went to Primark, went to Superdrug and got all these products. It was ages ago. But yeah, it's in the shade Light Terracotta 2. As you can see, if it focuses, is it going to focus? Is it going to? For some reason, it doesn't want to focus, but I don't know. So yeah, so Christmas. She also does some other bits. She does some little Christmas, I can't exactly remember exactly what she does. I think she does some sort of Christmas cracker thing and like some baubles. But she does these little reindeer things with some lint balls in them. Lint used to be my favourite chocolate. I'm not the biggest fan of it anymore. I don't really know why, but I used to love it. But yes, there's that. But I'm not really sure. So go down below and check out her Instagram page. She has Etsy. I'm not sure if she's still doing it on Etsy or if she's just doing it on Instagram. So go over to her Instagram and have a look, and see if there's any little bits that you want to buy for yourself, for your family, or for your little ones at home. I sound like a little promotion page, but I'm not. It's just my mum. I just want to help her out. But anyways, yeah, I was thinking, like, I don't really know what to put in her stocking. So if anyone has any ideas, she's going to be 3 months at Christmas, so I'm like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to want to put in her stocking, and just buy her in general. In her Christmas, if you want me to do a video of what I'm putting in her Christmas Eve box and what I'm putting in her stocking, then let me know. I'm also going to be filming what I'm getting her for Christmas, just in general, like not stocking wise. I'm not going to get her too much, but then I'm also going to get her some stuff because I know she's getting stuff from other people too. And what we've got a list of stuff that we've asked for, and then I asked for everything, and then I thought, well, I've asked for everything now, so what do I buy her, because I've asked everyone else for stuff. But yeah, if you want me to do the video of, and I'm also going to be doing a video of what I got for Christmas and what she got for Christmas. So yeah, let me know down below any ideas of what I can buy her. Also, what I've just used is just this blush from a collection, which is also not going to focus. It's called Too Bashful, and this Real Techniques brush, which is called the setting brush, but 402 it says on it. But I literally use it for blush and highlight. It's weird because people normally use a big brush for blush, but I just use this tiny one and it does me good. Next, I'm just going to be using this, which is from Primark. I do need a new one because this is also running out. It's called Fix and Sculpt. I kind of got it by accident, thinking it was something else, but in the top, if I can get it off, it has a little bristle bit and a comb bit, and then when you undo it, it has this bit which has like some waxy stuff on it. But I literally run the wax through my eyebrows. It's not really good to do after foundation. I kind of forgot about that. I also have a spot in this eyebrow, so it's kind of sore, because when you do it under the foundation, it kind of moves the foundation, and looks a little bit strange, but I can fix it. And it's also running out, so there's hardly anything left in the bottle. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm also going to be trying to do Vlogmas this year. I've already started planning out some of it now. I'm going to be vlogging some of the days and then doing sit down videos some of the days. So any video ideas or even vloggy ideas that you want me to do let me know down below, or message me on my Instagram. I'm going to be doing some question boxes. I will do question boxes I do question boxes quite a lot of the time to get some ideas of what kind of thing you guys like. So make sure you do go follow my Instagram, which is also in the description box, as well as my TikTok. I don't use my TikTok as much for filming, but every now and then I will film a little video or a little like edit kind of thing, not of anyone else, just like a cute little video or something to a sound of Aprillia, or yeah, or like a birthday or something like that. So yeah, let me make sure you go follow both of those down below. So now that I'm done with my base, what I normally do is grab my bronzer and grab this skinny brush. It was a mermaid, but I got it trapped in my front door ages ago, which I stupidly did. But I just grabbed this and I just put it on like the outside bits of my eyes. So I'm going to do that as I talk. I'm not really sure what else to talk about. I think I've kind of updated you on everything to do with me and baby, and just in general, and I've talked about Christmas, so that's everything that I kind of wanted to talk about. I guess we could talk about like moving out. I'm not really sure when I want to move out, because at the moment we're quite happy here, in the sense that we don't have to pay rent, and we kind of have this, and his parents are happy to have us here, so we in no rush to we're not going to get kicked out, if you know what I mean. They're happy to have us as long as we want, but at the same time we do want to be able to have our own house and have our own space, and I feel like I'm actually going to find it quite fun having my own space, and have my own house, in the sense of like even just going like grocery shopping and getting to choose the meals and stuff myself. Not saying I don't get to choose the meals that I want, because obviously I can cook food whenever I want, buy whatever food I want and cook it here, but it's going to be nice to kind of be in control of all the food in the house and just the whole house, and then to the decorations or something like that, I get to do it kind of myself. Patrick has got a job at the moment, and then he also has a college, so he's away kind of 5 days a week, depending on when he gets shifts. He'll be away 5 or 6 days a week, but then the days that he has college he's not but the days that he has college he's not away like all the time, like all day. He'll only be like for a few hours, and he has certain days off for like my birthday meal he's having off. He's also gonna have off for Halloween, because he would be working on Halloween if that was the right shift. So I am going to try and do lashes, because I'm not good at lashes. I cannot do it. I do think that I am going to try and order the ones on TikTok, because I keep seeing them everywhere, the tatty lashes. I don't really know how to say them, but I think you guys will know what I mean, where you use like the little spoolie thing with the thingy on it, what's it called, the like adhesive, and you just put it like under here to get it onto the base of your lashes, and then you just stick them underneath and they just stick really well. But obviously I don't have any right now. The ones I have are some ones from Primark, and you put the liner on and then they're magnetic. I did them once on my, I've tried so many times, but I did them once on my birthday and they went quite well, so I'll put up a picture here. I can't really remember if they went well or not, to be honest, but they're all like little separate ones, and then I also have ones like just big ones. So I'm going to try and do that, and hopefully it doesn't mess up my whole makeup. But the thing is as well, if it doesn't work, I just have black eyeliner, and it just looks like black eyeliner if I just can't end up doing them. But I thought I'd just try on here for the laughs, and then I can kind of try and do it on the camera, and then that way if I get it, and I get to film that I've done it. I thought something else that I wanted to talk about too, though, actually, is Aprillia's kind of milestones. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm just going to grab the lashes from that cupboard. Okay, so I've grabbed the lashes. They just look like this. It says Beauty Coupe. They were like a thing in Primark for a while. So these are the ones which are all in one, as you can see. And then these are the little separate ones. So you just use this to do like a line, and then you stick these on. So yes, let's try do this. So yeah, Aprillia's milestones. So what I mean by that is she has smiled. She's I'll put in the clips on here. They're so cute. Come with me. Oh, yeah. As you can see, she's got the cutest little smile. I was also, she kind of like does it in her sleep. She smiles and laughs in her sleep. She does a little smile and then she'll go and I know quite a lot of people would say it's just wind, but even the health visitor said to us like, has she smiled yet and stuff like that, and I can tell the difference. Like, yeah, sometimes she does have a windy smile and I can tell the difference because it's like one side of her mouth goes up or like a little bit of her eyes roll back. But she, even like the other day I woke up and because she was awake, she'd woken up and like in the morning, and I was like, oh hello, and then she smiled at me and it was really cute. But yeah, so that's one of the milestones. So with this, it's just like this. It says shake. I didn't shake it. Apply a line of it, allow it to dry, add 2 more coats, allow each coat to dry, and then apply the first to the middle and then add the move side. Okay, so let's just do the first line. That's the first step to this, and then as it dries we can talk. I don't want to do the line too thick. Don't know what happened to doing a thin line. It went well thick, but I'm thinking once the lashes are on it will look alright, so I'm just hoping. I'm going to do one eye at a time because that way if it goes wrong I can only have to remove one eye. So I'm going to let that dry whilst I talk. So yeah, so she's done, these are just in the size in the size medium, by the way. They're all the same size. I didn't get any smaller ones, to be honest. I got 2 packets of medium, and then these ones are accent, I think that's what it says. I'm not good at spelling or anything like that. But yeah, so she's done her smile and her laughing. It is literally the cutest thing ever. She's not onto rolling or crawling or anything or sitting up by herself or anything like that, but she does hold her head up. She's been doing it literally since birth. She literally sits there like, when she's on my tummy, like she'll be laying on me and then she's like just keeps her head up, and then all of a sudden she'll just go boom and like put her head forward. It's kind of funny. I thought I saw a fly on the window then, but it's not, it's just dirt. Lovely. I don't know how long this takes to dry, and I don't know how I'm going to know if it's dry. I guess I can just kind of feel it on my eye if it's dry, so feel it on my eye if it's dry. But yeah, so that's milestone number 1. The other one is her bath's so cute. The other day she did a poo, right? So she woke up and we just decided, she threw up a bit and was like, it's just kind of everywhere, let's just have a bath in the morning instead of at night. So we gave her the bath, and then she was all good. We got her dressed, cuddled her up, having a little snuggle, and then you just hear her farts, and her poos are so loud, like you know when she's done a poo, you can't miss it. This eye looks so naked compared to this one right now because of the eyeliner. I look like a pirate. And then so I was like, oh, she's done a poo, let's change her. It had gone all up her back through all 3 layers, so it had gone through her, it didn't even go through the nappy, it just went up the back of the nappy, so it must have not been on properly, or it was just a really, really big runny poo. So it went all up her back, through her vest, through her baby grow, and then through her sleep sack thingy. I don't even know if that's what they're called, I don't know if I'm literally calling it the wrong thing, but yeah. So we had to put her into another bath. So grandma gave her another bath whilst I tidied up all of the mess that had the poo explosion. Touch wood, she hasn't actually pooed on us yet. Oh, actually she pooed on grandma. I love that. But she hasn't pooed on us. But yeah, her first ever bath, she did poo and wee in the bath, which was funny, and she also weed on me. So I have been weed on multiple times. When she got weighed once, because she has to get completely naked to be weighed, she peed on me, so that's lovely. She just loves to pee on mummy. I don't think she's peed or pooed on daddy yet, so that's the next one. I'll go tell her later to go and make sure she does a little pee on or a poo on daddy, so that it's fair. I think this is dry, so I'm going to do a second layer. Second layer done. Let's carry on talking. So yeah, that's baths. We also went on our first walk. We did wait a while to go on our first walk, to be honest. I don't really have a reason why. It's just like every day it would get to it and we're like, no, not today, or it would be raining. Like the one day that we decided, right, today's the day we're going to go for a walk, I even got all ready, and then it started raining. I was like, great, clearly not meant to be. But then yeah, eventually we did go for a walk. We just walked around by our house for a quick walk. So she was asleep when we first went out, and then she woke up. So they say if your baby's crying and you've tried everything and you can't get them to sleep, is to go for a walk, and they'll go to sleep. She's the opposite. We went to sleep with her in the bug. She was asleep already, so we picked her up, put it in the buggy, and went out. And then like halfway through our walk, I think it was like on the way back, she woke up, and but she wasn't sad. She was well happy. She was looking at everything. She was smiling. She was talking to things. That's as well. She started like talking, not like words, but kind of like if you know what I mean, like that baby noise that they make. And it just reminds me of Elsie, my baby sister. She's 5 now, but obviously when she was younger, when she was a baby, I obviously remember it because I think I was either 13 or 14 when she was born. Something I keep doing as well is rocking. Even if I don't have her, I can't help it. It's like I have her. I do it when I'm next to her, I do it when I'm not with her. I just can't help rocking. But yeah, it reminds me of Elsie because there's one video of me talking to Elsie. It just reminds me of that, and I cannot wait for her to start talking more. And I feel like I say that, but at the same time I know that it's going to be pretty, I don't want to say annoying because she's the cutest thing in the world, but I know that when she gets running around and talking, she'll be screaming, she'll be, you know what I mean, tantruming and stuff like that. I'm not sure how many layers to do. I think it was 3. Let me check. Yeah, I applied 2 more coats, so I've done 2 and I'll have to do 1 more after this one dries. So we've been on 2 walks, I think it is. So we went on that walk, and then we also went on a walk with grandma, grandpa. I don't know why I'm calling them that. Patrick's mum and dad. I used to just saying grandpa, grandma because of the baby. And Carly, which is Patrick's sister, and her 2 children. So she's got Archie, who's 3, and Ivy, who's a month, I think, older. She was 5 weeks ahead in the pregnancy of Aprillia, but she's a month older because she was born on the 31st of July, and then she was born on September 14th. So I think it's around a month and a bit older. But they're like basically the same age. So yeah, we went on a walk there, and then we got halfway and she got really hungry. Luckily we had made a bottle that's 3 layers, and then after that one's dry, we'll try magneting, like using these to magnet, you know what I mean, trying to put the lashes on. So yeah, that's everything with walking. There was something else that I was going to talk about and I can't even remember what it was. It's going to really irritate me now though, because I don't know what it was and I feel like I really wanted to talk about it. Something I forgot to do, I was going to curl my lashes first. Maybe I'll wait for that to dry and then I'll curl my lashes. But I'm not going to put on mascara because I don't want to get mascara on these, and I don't really know how that works, if you're supposed to put mascara on first and then put these on, but I'm going to try just put them on, a bit of fluff. I'm going to try just put them on without the mascara, and if it looks weird, just take them off, put mascara on, put these back on. Not that difficult. Yes, I'm going to sit here for a minute and just think about what I was going to talk about because I literally cannot think of it for the life of me. Something else that I can talk about for now though is more children. So me and Patrick were kind of trying to figure out when we wanted more children. I literally made a Google Doc writing down like all the months and stuff, and like how old Aprillia will be at a certain month, so I'll know when I'd be pregnant and when I would end up with a child. And to be honest, I do want another child, not too soon, but I do want it soon-ish, as in I want them to be close in age. My mum had me and my sister 2 years apart, but like I feel like even sooner than that, and I know people are not going to agree with that, but I feel like the time that I would want my next child to be born is 1.5 years, but then that does mean that I would need to be pregnant when she is 9 months old. So that is like the plan that I want to go with, but then I'm just going to play it by ear and see what happens and see how I feel when it gets to that point. I might get to that point and be like, no, I'm not having a child for another year. And then after that have a bit of a bigger gap, maybe like 3 years in between that, in between those two, because I want 4 children altogether. So I have one, and then one when Aprillia's 1.5, have the second child. When the second child's like 3, have the third child. So the first 2 are similar in age and the last 2 are similar in age, but then they're all really close in age at the same time. And that way as well, the first 2 are in school whilst the second 2 I keep at home. So I had the first 2 at home. Another reason why I want them to be kind of close in age to the first 2 is because, well, 1, they'll have each other, and 2, it'll be easier for me because I would have already gone through the newborn stage, but she'll still be Aprilia will still be a baby, and she'll still be in nappies and all of that, so I can deal with the second one a bit easier, having them both in nappies and both having the sleepless nights. I don't want to get over the sleepless nights and then have to try and get back into it. I feel like it'll be easier just doing it all in one go, and I feel like it will also be easier being pregnant with a baby rather than a toddler running around. I mean, 1.5 years, she can probably walk by then, but she won't be really annoying, if you know what I mean. Like she won't be an annoying 2.5-year-old or 2-year-old. But yes, me and Patrick have agreed on that before anyone says anything like, oh, you can't just be doing that or whatever. And yes, I know that I'm young, but I mean, 1, I already have a baby and I've gone through it and I've healed already. Obviously, I know that it takes time to properly heal and be ready for another baby. But I feel like by 9 months I might be ready. I might not, and that's okay, you know. But that's my plan of what I want to have, because yeah, the first 2 will be in school and I'll be able to look after the second 2 as well, whilst the first 2 are in school, because I'm being a stay-at-home mum and Patrick's the one that's going to be working. But then that also depends on when we move out, because that would mean we'd had to move out before, because I don't want to have another child here. I want to move out before we have our next child. But even if I end up pregnant, but I want to move out before I end up pregnant, because I feel like that's going to be, so I didn't get morning sickness, but if I end up having morning sickness with the next one, I'm not going to want to move out at the beginning of the pregnancy, and then it's going to be stressing me out, because I get stressed quite easily. I'm not gonna lie, I'll get stressed out in the middle of the pregnancy if it's like 2nd trimester trying to move out, and obviously we can't in the 3rd trimester because it'll be too late by then. So I want to move out before then, so that'll be moving out before 9 months. She's 9 months, this is kind of like my brain thoughts. She's 9 months in July. I think this is dry. It is, I'm gonna cut my lashes. Yeah, she's 9 months in July. I think it's either June or July. I think it might be June actually. So we have Christmas here, and then I also want to stay here for February because it's Patrick's birthday and I have a surprise for him. I'm not going to say what it is because he will hear me. Oh, something that I do actually have is this, but this doesn't work with these because they're magnetic, so it kind of sticks to this, so I'm just going to try and use my hands. My hands get so dirty after doing my makeup. Well, that's one in the middle, but I feel like it looks a little bit stupid. Yeah, so I definitely want to stay here for 6 months. For 6 months? No, yeah, that is 6 months I think actually. For February, because yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter, she can always go, or grandma can come stay here, but we want grandma to look after Aprillia whilst me and Patrick are out for his birthday. But we didn't, I was going to ask my mum because I know that she wants to look after her at some point, but we don't want her to stay away from home, or Patrick didn't want her to stay away from home that early on. I feel like these are going to look stupid. I'm going to take these off and try and do the one which is all in one go. It says to put it as close to the lash as possible. Okay, so I'm going to give up with the lashes because they are not working out. And I might even just take off the makeup that I've done, like all of it, because I can't really be bothered with it at the moment. But it was just nice to put it on and film. Or I might just put on some mascara and then put on the eyeliner onto the, just normal eyeliner onto the other eye so it matches. And I feel like once I have mascara on, it will kind of disguise it. Let's put some of this on the upright and just gonna put that on like that and then put on some mascara. But I am gonna end the video here. because I have been filming for a while and I do need to get back to my baby. But that is my makeup routine, and that is my little video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this catch up. It's been really good sitting down and having a little catch up with you guys, even though it's not like it's live, you guys aren't here, but I really hope you guys did enjoy listening. If there's any questions or anything that you have, make sure to go to my Instagram, which is in the description box down below, and let me know anything, and also comment down below any questions that you have. If you want me to talk more about future children's future plans, more about just being a teen mum in general, breastfeeding, pumping, anything like that, or just anything in general, doesn't have to be anything to do with that, then let me know, and I will film some more videos like that. But I'm gonna quickly put on this mascara and then go down and help Patrick with the baby. So I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I film. I love you.